Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla. Watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new REV'IT Pulsar Suit, available at RevZilla.com. This is the Pulsar from REV'IT. Bask in it for a second. One color, black on black tonal. They're using nubuck. And my God, there's some snake print going on here. Kind of look at this and you're like, take a little bit of a Gucci inspiration for spring of 2018. Now, if we know the REV'IT line, we still know that there's a Spitfire that lives in the line that has colors, is what Batty's wearing in MotoGP. But if we look at this, we say this is basically the same suit, it's just tonal. And the cool part about it, there's a ton of perf in this suit, but you almost lose the punctuation and the perf because of the blacked out tonal feel. You ultimately get a ton of this nubuck leather, which we haven't seen in a suit in a long time, probably in about a decade since Dainese did it last. Very, very high on the style quotient here. Now, taking a step back from style, and again, this is around the $1,300 mark, let's think about function. Premium Monaco cowhide, lots of accordion, lots of perf for both stretch and ventilation. The armor is going to be a full Betac armor set, elbows, shoulders, as well as knees, and you have C-Flex, which is CE Level 1 flexible hip armor from REV'IT. You can also add a back protector, a race back protector from REV'IT or from Trionic as well. From a comfort standpoint, remember, 3D mesh liner, and you're getting that fully removable antimicrobial premium liner. So this suit carries the standard of what we consider super high-end to almost pro level within the arena of race suits. It just happens to do it through a blacked out configuration when snakes were potentially high on the radar for REV'IT this year. I like it, Gerby. You took a chance, REV'IT. Keep taking chances. It's very, very cool. It's an Apex product with an Apex look to it. Let's talk briefly about Fitment, and then we'll walk through the other nuance here. High-vis Brian. 6 foot 195, 42-inch chest, wearing a size 52. You can see he's got an athletic build. This, in my consideration, would be sport to race fit. This is more of a aggressive race configuration, meant to be most comfortable while you're chin on the tank, tucked in on the bike in the race position. But as they've gone and moved forward with these suits, lots of stretch in the arms, in the crotch, in the yoke, in the back, on the lats. So even High-Vis Brian standing here next to me, while he doesn't want to stand here for hours, it's not like the race suits of 5 to 8 years ago where if it was race fit, you couldn't stand in it, period. It just wasn't flexible enough. So that is a nice touch. Keep in mind, use a size chart. We're always here to help you. If you're going to do your chest measurement for a suit, take a deep breath. It will simulate having that back protector that you need to get to the track in the suit when you're wearing it. Use a size chart. We'll ship for free over 39 bucks. And I'd love it if you click our logo, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Leave me your comments, your questions, your feedback on the Pulsar. Now, diving into the Pulsar itself, I'm going to lead with the headliner that we didn't talk about yet. Now, it's going to be the dual compound sliders at shoulder, elbow, as well as knee that pull this together. It's a honeycomb polyurethane with a metallic cover. Again, slide and crash and impact absorption on top of your Betac armor behind it on the interior. You see it on the elbow here, elbow slider, and ultimately you have it at the top of the knee as well. This suit will also come with pucks. We don't have them installed today, but you don't have to buy separate race knee pucks on this suit, being that it does play at such a premium level. Looking up here towards the collar, neoprene, wetsuit material. You're going to be sweating in this, making sure nothing on this collar is going to bite you. And I'll tell you, if you are comparing this against the Spitfire suit, which is nearly identical functionality, that suit's going to have a one-piece collar. This is a two-piece collar. I think it's nitpicking. I don't really think that there's one is better than the other. It's just really a style choice. As you work your way down, you have nubuck in the torso. If you see here, it's hard to check it out. Localized perforation. The fact that it's localized means that perforation is moved away from your stitch. A safety stitch, but still, anytime you perf close to a stitch, it's adding weakness to an area that already has holes in it because it was stitched. So it's nice that they're doing this in a 3D or almost laser etched pattern. Working your way down, you have localized perf on the insides of the thighs, accordion at the top of the knees, and you work your way into that hardcore dual compound puck at the top of the knee with almost catcher's armor going behind it all the way down the shin. Now, High-Vis Brian, turn face away from me. If we look at the side of profile, mean, aggressive, Knight Rider, Michael Knight, call it Blade to Knight Rider, David Hasselhoff, they'd all be happy with this. This is a very loud statement, but only when you're up close. You're almost stealth bomber-ish when you're further away, and that's what makes it so cool. Note, there's your asymmetrical shoulder. Working your way down, you have a patch of nubuck, more elastication for comfort and flex on top of that elbow slider with the Betac that goes all the way down the forearm. If he works his arm up, chicken wings it up into a closer to a riding position, it's a little extreme right there. He's going to get accordion stretch done in Monaco cowhide starting at the shoulder blade, working underneath the lat. Coming down here a little bit further, starting at the front of the hip, working your way around, you have your rear yoke. And remember, coming stock with C-Flex armor, CE level 1, that is flexible, not overly bulky, tying in with this nubuck REV'IT style logo. Working your way down, if you look at the back side of his knee, it is a lighter S1 airflow stretch type material going all the way down to the boot. Turn the face backwards for me there, HVB. If he comes to the back, starting at the top, more neoprene, then you have a ventilated top of a speed hump, which does have a grommet for a hydration system that can be added later. Again, this is a GP style hump. It functions in two ways. The first way is giving you that continued aerodynamic profile as the draft comes off of your helmet. The second way is if you are on your back, ultimately getting into a slide, having a disaster on the track somewhere, hopefully it's not a disaster for you, allowing yourself to have that third point of contact with the ground, keeping you up and elevated. That's what a race hump does. It allows you to get into a slide versus a tumble, ultimately allowing you to stay safer. Moving down, massive perf here, localized on the snakeskin panel, and then even in the back here on our Monaco. And notice how that nubuck ties everything in with your kind of REV'IT engineered skin configuration. What do we love when we get into the seat? Dual layer of seat leather. You have tailbone protection with integrated temper foam, dual layer of hip protection. These are high impact areas. And then again, down the back side of the legs and the back of the knees, it's lightest on the back side of the knee and it's lighter down the calf, again, with a more ventilated property. And you can see where the zippers are. The zippers aren't quite on they're halfway between the back and the medial side. So you have them at a bit of a 45-degree angle for the calf. That's gonna be entry and exit. It's not an expansion panel. Come back around to the front for me there, HVB. Remember, you're gonna wanna add a back protector. Make sure you take that deep breath when you're taking your chest measurement. If you open this up briefly, I will show you the interior removable liner if I can get to it. There's premium materials from REV'IT. Inside here, notice that zipper, internal antimicrobial premium liner. Up towards the top, there's your neoprene. It's never going to bite you. And if you look at the back, along his back, behind, in between the suit, the back protector, and you, there's going to be a 3D mesh bubble liner, which again creates that microclimate, promotes more airflow, and allows more water or sweat to evaporate off your body and exit through the suit. So ultimately, if we look at this, I look at it as $100 less than the Spitfire. Similar comparable functionality. If you like snakes and you want a high-end suit, this is going to stand toe-to-toe with a lot of the high-end Alpine Stars and Dainese suits that are on the market, you know, before you get into that $1,500, $1,600, $2,000 range, which again takes that additional leap forward. This is not using any kangaroo. It's Monaco cowhide with some nubuck, with some S1 stretch, tying everything together in really a beautiful package that screams when you're up close, is more subdued from further away, but carries a pro level of race technicality, protection, and functionality. So ultimately, I don't have a ton of gripes with it. The next step in your journey is click the info button, your desktop, your mobile device. Visit the product detail page at RevZilla.com. Read other rider reviews of the Pulsar. Maybe that's my only gripe, the Pulsar. I think it's got a stupid name, but the suit's beautiful. Read other rider reviews. You shouldn't just take my word for it. As always, we'll ship free over $39. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Stay up to date with our opinion of the latest and greatest in the moto universe. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.